Welcome to another excellent chess solution session. Good grief, we're getting annihilated here. I don't know, man. This is really a problem. This is super bogus. And I mean super bogus. What in the heck are we doing? We cannot checkmate him literally at all. Oh, good grief, Charlie Brown. Here, I just don't see this as working. The point with this one is to win one of these pawns, which is forced there. Now, the rule is 2 connected passers on the 6th rank beat a rook, but on the 5th rank, that's not the case. And the key placement of the rook is, by the rule, and I don't remember whose idea made this the rule, but you go behind. The Nimzovich rule is go behind the passed pawn. It's probably the same. It's probably Nimzovich's rule that says go behind the most advanced passed pawn. This is the rule here. So this is a very difficult problem, okay? And what this problem tests is in your studies, if you have done them, okay, which I have done those. You saw that. I have done the studies of endgames. And one of the early fundamental elements of rook and pawn endgames is rook versus pawns, which you just saw here. I had to play what would look like a Magnus move. This is, you would go, well, of course he would play, and any grandmaster would know this, okay? But it really just felt like a Magnus move to play rook to f5, winning one of the pawns and having it as 2 pawns in the 5th rank. No matter which one he plays, I'm going to go behind that pawn. And so we take the Nimzovich rule and get behind the pawn that's closest to queening. If he moves either pawn, this pawn dies. He moves it, we take it. If he moves here to have two 6th rank pawns, the rule is 2 6th rank connected pawns with the move. You can't just have them. If you're under the threat of capture, it has to be with the move. If you're not under the threat of capture, then going here would win. So if my rook was still on a5, c3 wins. But since I'm behind the passed pawn that's in front, he's dead. And what will happen is that we will threaten, if he tries to make a time-wasting, time-killing move, king g6, rook to b4, and if he doesn't move this pawn, we'll take it. Because once this rook is on b4, both pawns are now dead. So this was a key rook versus pawns endgame test. I passed the test because 40-something years ago in the early 80s, I did the homework on this. If you don't do your homework, you're at a disadvantage. And to tell you the truth, it's been such a long time since I've done this homework, and I haven't seen a sequence like this before. I had to think about it. And it wasn't obvious. But the only reason I got this in a reasonable time, you saw me 1 minute 37 seconds, is I did the homework. And it doesn't go away, as you can tell, because this is 2026, and I did this almost, I don't think I did this kind of rook. This would have been 81 or 82. Okay, that's when I did it.